It was like I was his prey. Then one night, about 6 weeks into the internship, I was home eating dinner when my phone rang. It was a restricted number. I picked it up. For a few seconds, there was just heavy breathing. Then, suddenly, I heard a voice I recognized immediately. It was Kevin. He whispered, "The ice is cracking. Don't fall in." But then his voice got louder, almost a yell. He dragged the words out like a nursery rhyme, and then he burst out laughing. This insanely unhinged, high-pitched laughter before hanging up. The thing that made my skin crawl wasn't just the call. It was the fact that I never gave Kevin my number. Not once. When I went to work on Monday, Kevin wasn't there. My boss told me he had been fired the previous week for staring at a blank screen for 8 hours straight. When I asked how Kevin got my number, my boss was confused. Interns didn't have access to employee files. I thought that was the end of it. But a week later, I woke up at 4:30 a.m. to a strange scratching noise outside. It was still pitch black. I walked to my window and peeked through the blinds. Standing in my backyard, halfway between the trees and my porch, was a figure. Even in the dark, I knew who it was. The thin frame, the messy hair. It was Kevin. He was looking straight up at my window. For a few seconds, I couldn't move. I just stared at him. Then, clear as day, he called out my name. He dragged it out, singing it like a lullaby. I grabbed my phone to call the police, and that's when he saw me. He tilted his head back and started laughing. That same loud, hysterical laughter like he did on the phone. It didn't sound right. It sounded like someone completely detached from humanity. I screamed that I was calling the cops. He just stood there for a second longer, waved his hand slowly, then turned and walked calmly into the woods, still laughing as he disappeared into the darkness. I never saw him again after that.